what's up, Moose family? It's your host, Jim Flanagan here. It's another edition here. We're live Sunday night here for Moose Roundup. As you can see, I'm surrounded with the panel here. First up, we got Jason Blaze here on the panel. As always, Blaze, we just came off that grueling radio show, 2 hours, midnight. Here we're back on Sunday night. How the hell you doing, man?
Yeah, like 6 cup of coffees later, man. I'm still at it. I just want to get this over with, get the series over with, and just go to sleep, man. Have a good night's rest.
Awesome. The next up, man, a newcomer here on the panel, another captain in the AHL who's playing Jason Blaze here tonight. I'm talking about Buddy H. Buddy H, how the hell you doing, man?
Not too bad, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good for a Sunday night. And also we got here another newcomer on the panel, Scotty Main. Scotty, how the hell you doing, man?
Pretty good. How you been?
Awesome. All right, guys, let's start this off, man. Here on Moose Roundup. Blaze, I'm going to start with you. One topic going around on MooseNice.com involving one of the captains there in the MHL, and I'm talking about Melo. Now, here's the situation, man. The guy, I believe, got a new position, new job, and, pretty much stepped down as captain. Not only stepped down, but he's pretty much removed himself from this season. And on top of that, in his place, you got Thank You Kessel, a.k.a. Goofy J, taking his place. A guy that was banned last season, back in the Moose here. I didn't think this guy was captain again. Here he is, man. Week number 2, season 14. Thank You, Kessel. Blaze, what do you think about this situation? First, about Melo stepping out, and in this place, you got Thank You, Kessel here now, man.
Yeah, well, sometimes work gets in the way. Understandable about Melo here. He's usually not a flake. So, no dirt on Melo here. I think he did an excellent job so far. I think the fail was the MEC giving Goofy the team. As Legion said in the thread, in the comment there, is this the same Goofy that Eric said he swore to God he was never going to get a team in that following season after he got suspended? Is it the same Goofy? But behind the scenes, I think this guy's been doing an excellent job. He's been trying to do trades, trying to make the team better. He had to evaluate the last series after he got the team, and right now it's a shipwreck. For me, personally, I think I'm really scared because I'm one of the rights players. They're missing a defenseman. I just traded for this guy. I don't want to get traded here. Back to you, Holly.
And that defenseman, your name is 37 in a row, which I thought was a steal for you, Blaze, but now you might not even get a guy here because, as you mentioned, Melo is gone, so you're not getting even a guy. Even if 37 does get called up there, you got nobody in his place unless it's a guy off the waivers. Take your shot with the waivers. But, you mentioned about Goofy J, replacing. I heard otherwise, man. I was in the chat room, MooseNice.com, and I heard Goofy J doesn't even want to captain this team no more, man. After his first series as a captain, and it's looking crazy here on this situation. Buddy, what do you think about this, man? What do you think about Thank You, Kessel, coming in here? I believe the team's name was All Aboard the Fail Bolt, and it definitely failed right off the back here, man. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I really have nothing good to say about Goofy. My mom always told me, if I don't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
Okay, Forrest Gump.
What about you, Scotty? What's your opinion here on this situation here involving Melo and now the new captain there, Goofy J?
I haven't played against him yet, but I have nothing bad to say about Goofy. I actually was playing with him the whole off season, so I kind of like the guy. He speaks his mind, but I don't know what he's going to do with his team. I know he wanted to land on Ice Cream Truck's team, and then that didn't quite work out, so I guess he can't trade himself to the Ice Cream's team, so we'll see how that works out.
Okay. I know he came in this season. I believe he wanted to play goalie. He ended up playing forward, ended up being a first-round pick. And then, and now being a captain, Melo's a great defenseman, and it just sucks to lose a captain, not only a captain, but a great defenseman. That's why they got to call up a guy like 37 and roll up there now. But we'll see what happens there. Like I said, I heard otherwise in that locker room that Goofy J doesn't want to take part in this anymore. So after that, his series, because they got pretty much bashed his first series as captain there, and I don't know if he wants to deal with that drama, man. So we'll see what happens here. It's just week 3 here in the MHL. If there's any more craziness on there, but so far at this point, it is Thank You Castle who's running that team, but I wouldn't be surprised if there'll be more changes. We'll be back here. We'll come back more of Moose Roundup. Next on topic, man. We're gonna stay in the MHL. There was a waiver participating in a game here in the MHL. We'll get on that when we come back. Welcome back, Moose family. Back at the panel here for Moose Roundup. Now, Blaze, another thing that happened, we talked about the captain. There's a lot more controversy going on in the MHL, and one in particular involving Joe Stowe's team. Now, from my understanding, what happened here, I believe it was Special Ed. I think had some connection issues, or some guys say maybe he got a bit emo, didn't want to play in this series. But regardless, they were a man short. They only had 5 guys on, and what happened is, since they originally did have the 6, they didn't call up any of their guys. Their guys, logged off at this point. I believe it was like 10:30 already, where a lot of the AHL guys are already gone. And what happened here, usually what happens when a team is down to 5 in the MHL and they don't got any rights players, they'll either take a sim loss or the other captain will agree to play with the CPU. But what happened here, this MHL team actually called up a waiver. By name, the guy's name was Brown, filling in on here. Now, Blaze, what's your opinion on here, man? Do you agree with this situation? Disagree? Undecided? What the hell happened here last week, man?
Okay, man, this team's been a fail right off the start. He drafted like shit. He drafted his brother. That's pretty much their whole team. Put it this way, none of them even want to play with the team as a whole. They suck so bad that none of the rights players wants to play for them. I think that's why they all just logged off early or whatever. But put it this way, man, you should have rescheduled. You still have the option of rescheduling a game. Remember that, man. Instead of just breaking the rules and picking up a fucking waiver who has no rights playing MHL whatsoever, that pretty much spits on people that played MAHL a season just to get in the MHL, that spits on those people. For a fucking waiver to come off the waiver list after signing up like maybe 2 days ago, he got to play MHL. That's fucking bullshit, and I think this team should have sim lost either way, man. It's just retarded in my mind.
All right. What do you think, buddy? Here now, Blaze. I believe the MEC did approve this. They gave them the waiver. Buddy, what do you think about this decision here last week, man?
I think for the first time, I agree with Jason Blaze on this one. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Waivers are meant for the AHL. So why do the MHL? They should have taken sim loss or rescheduled.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay. What about you, Scotty, man? What's your take on this, man?
I'm pretty much agreeing with everybody else, but I actually been playing with Brown. I played with him a couple times. He's not a bad player, so, I mean, out of all the waivers, I don't know who they could have got, but he's probably one of the best villains they probably could have got.
Yeah, I mean, I played a couple games with Brown, solid forward. Also plays in that. I seen him play great in that as well. I seen him in other leagues as well, Blaze. I don't know if you got a chance to play with this guy, but Blaze, another thing on topic here, man. I mean, since this guy played in the MHL here, he was called up there as a waiver. Now, this waiver isn't a guy that could be placed on the AHL team yet because he wasn't there for the draft. You know what I mean? But here he's playing in the MHL. So what happens next season? Because look, this guy played in that series in the MHL. Does he become MHL eligible for the next draft? I mean, what happens here, man? He did play in the MHL.
That's kind of like the borderline. That's kind of like the argument of people that played full-time waiver games should be allowed to play in the MHL. I don't think so. I think you gotta serve your year in the AHL. One series in the MHL just does not cut it. You gotta have your one season in the AHL. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
But
if you don't
Blaze,
do your one season, then I think you're not worthy.
But Blaze, before the AHL came about, there was guys that joined, when it was just the MHL, and those guys, even if they only played one game in the MHL, are MHL eligible in a draft. You know what I mean? And this is what this guy did, man. He played in an MHL series, man. He played in the MHL series. So why can't he be MHL eligible for the draft, man? It wasn't an AHL game. It wasn't a waiver game. It was an actual MHL series there that he played. I know he's not on a team, man, but some of these waivers get placed on the AHL team like end of the season and become MHL eligible. This guy was in the MHL playing field, man.
Yeah. But I think he has to serve some time in the AHL, even if it is one or two series. They gain some experience. One series as a waiver in the MHL, that just doesn't cut it for me, man, because you don't learn much. You could play and then not have to worry about it. If you're on an AHL team permanently, you have to worry about the consequences of your actions, and that's something you learn in the AHL. And I just don't get it why he even was allowed to play in the MHL to begin with. So I think it's MEC fail. I think they need to stick to the rules that they fucking put up there. And there's other stuff that's been bending as of late. Not too happy about.
We just started, man. It's only week 2. I mean, that was first official week here. So we'll see what happens on here. I smell another Blaze rant coming up here maybe this week. But we'll come back. We'll discuss more. Some stuff in the AHL. There was a lot of trades that already went down here after week 2. We'll get into those trades when we come back here. More of Moose Roundup.
Let's get him. Let me tell you about the Moose family. U-E-A-S-H-L, motherfuckers better listen up closely to me. You might call me Coney, and you might call me Shady, and you might call me Maggie, but I call it serious business. Now just sit right down here, family, and I'll tell you a story, family. I'm gonna snipe you top corner like Jay-Z does the Pharaoh, but sorry, he's gone. Only the good quit young. We the MHL, not the VHL. So tell the similar motherfuckers to just leave HL. I'm like Malone, the way I'm crushing you. I'm name dropping you, and I'm only starting the verse. You might know me as Viva, the diva, but please, just listen to me. We got serious business to attend to. We got E-double-T, you Eric, running this shit. So don't get all choey in and let your power go out again. Cause like my nigga Giant says, that nigga breath stank. bank, yo. It's only the Moose Cup after all, yo. I'm just kidding, let me retract that statement. Let me jump right back to the face-off and give Loopy his payment. Get it? Cause he glitches back to the face-off. So while Legion be making his jokes and Yambag be having his smokes, it's time to crown another champion. So listen up, son, there's only one league out there who will get this done.
Let me tell you about the Moose family.
The Moose family, yo.
UEASHL, motherfuckers, better listen up closely.
Listen right up, right
You
now.
might call me corny, and you might call me shady, and you might call me faggy.
It's a bit
but I
faggy.
call it serious business. Let me tell you about the Moose family.
Big one time more. Oh my
UEASHL,
God.
motherfuckers, better listen up closely to me.
Yeah.
You might call me corny, and you might call me shady, and you might call me faggy, but I call it serious business.
Forget about learning how to Dougie, I'ma call J5 up to teach you how to juicy. All up in your shit, my raps are like raps that don't call me global. We fly solo to get low like the Shockers. I'll block you, slash into my cock, sir.
That's so fucking gay.
Turn you away like MTA. Today's draft day and we gonna see some dreams. Whether it's NJ Ski or King Kuzi, Hugh Laurie or J to the Goofy. We got pedophiles, trade denials. Just got a little bit of the short side, motherfucking we all smiles. We got the top flight players with the top flight skills, and if you can't handle them, then get the fuck out the MHL.
Shorty,
This is the part where the auto-tune comes back in and it sounds cool. Who's gonna be Mr. Irrelevant this year? I'm looking at you, Siegel.
serious business. Let me tell you about the Moose family. UEASHL, motherfuckers, better listen up closely. You might call me corny, and you might call me shady, and you might call me faggy, but I call it serious business. Let me tell you about the
Caller,
Moose
who is this caller?
UEASHL, motherfuckers, better listen up closely.
Caller Todd, is that you?
And you might call me shady, and you might call me faggy, but I call it serious business.
Hey, welcome back to the panels here. Let's head on over to the AHL. Now, in the AHL, there was a lot of moves already being made, a lot of trades going down. We're going to discuss some of these trades here, get these guys' opinions, what they think about the trades. Do they think it's going to be an improvement for some of these teams or whatnot? Let's take a look here if we see if there was any trades here going down here already. First trade I want to mention involving USSR Sniper and Giant. Basically, Sniper picking up Legion off Giant and Giant getting Helm. But that didn't last long there because later on, pretty much Sniper let go of Legion before even playing any series here. And he pretty much traded him to BD Smith, and the Sniper receives Crazy Yeti Killer in that trade there. What do you guys think about that, man? About the move there with Legion, Sniper pretty much dropping him right off the back there and taking up Crazy Yeti Killer. Who do you guys think got the advantage here in this trade, man?
You got any one of you guys want to take?
I'll start it off. I'll just say straight up that Crazy Yeti Killer above Legion. So Yeti Killer was probably the best trade out there. So he was actually going to be a call up for us, but he refused that. So we had to stick with our other two call ups. So, but yeah, definitely Crazy Yeti Killer over Legion. My
Okay.
opinion on it.
Blaze, what do you think? Why do you think Legion was traded off like that right away, man? I didn't think Sniper played any series with this guy. Or was it some kind of bait to try to get Crazy Yeti Killer here? Who do you think got the better end of the trade here? Or did Giant come off with a good trade of getting Helm?
Man, I think Giant came out with the big end of the stick here. A lot of people don't know Helm. When Helm was traded for Legion, he was leading the global Jim Cobras in points and everything. You know, a lot of people didn't recognize that. So when Giant traded Legion, who's pretty much a freaking hillbilly biker who just swears a lot and can't freaking score to save his life, I think that was a trape on Giant's part. He freaking traped USSR, but Sniper, he had a backup plan. He wanted a specific player, So what he did was he used Legion as trade bait. So now BD Smith has the hillbilly biker that can't score. BD Smith's team sucks more. So overall, I think BD Smith got shit on by these two captains, and he should just quit trading overall, man. He sucks at it.
Oh man.
If you could use Legion for just face-offs, that would be great.
Yeah. I mean, did Giant? I mean, when Legion was playing for Giant, I mean, was he used in a bad way on Giant's team? I mean, maybe he didn't place them, or he didn't have the chemistry on that team with the guys. Because what brings about the next trade here, Giant made more moves, man. He ended up getting D-Mitch and Jackie Moon, and he ended up trading off McSwagger. Now, what do you think of this, man? Why was McSwagger traded on here? Did he not fill into that team there of Giant, or did Giant fail as a captain there? What do you guys think, man?
Alright, I'm going to start off here. I think Giant failed as a captain. No offense, Captain Giant there. But you didn't play the proper line to begin with. You drafted 3 centers to begin with for your forward line. And then you put a defenseman in net and put Legion on defense. How fucking awkward could you fucking get? And then you go on and trade your ace, bro. He's my ace. Yeah, nigga, yeah, yawn. Whatever, man. You trade your ace in a hall for fucking 2 scrubs. Come on. I think that's a captain fail right there, man.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, Giant getting D-Mitch, Jackie Moon. I think it can't get any worse than for Giant. I mean, he started off the season here pretty bad, man. One of his worst seasons as captain. Do you think McSwagger will do a much better job on McKay's team, man? Is he gonna?
Yeah, man. I think they got a pretty solid team overall. They can stand on their own 2 feet, much unlike Giants' team. So just adding an addition of McSwagger, although he is 2 out of 3 series a week because he has a girlfriend and he can't play full time because of her. I don't know why, but I think he's just a great addition to the team, and I think he'll just make the team more solid.
Okay. What about you, buddy? What do you think about these trades, man, in the AHL? You played with a couple of these guys before, man.
Oh, yeah. I think Giant benefited from getting D-Mitch. He's a pretty solid defense. And Jackie Moon, I heard, is pretty good defense, too.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but...
Yeah, and I think Giant needed that, man, because like Blaze mentioned, with him having all those centers, all those guys who wanted to play forward, he really didn't have defense, and he ended up putting a defenseman guy playing in net as well. So we'll see what happens on that. Going on to another trade here involving...
What happened to him playing net?
Yeah. I don't know why not, man.
Maybe with his old age, he forgot about her or something, man. I don't know.
Maybe
You're actually going to talk crap on somebody playing net, man? What's up with that?
It's a goofy situation all over again.
Oh,
hey,
man.
I got 2 cup. That's all right.
I got you a cup, buddy.
Oh.
Maybe.
Hey, I wear a cup. Does that count?
No.
What?
All right, another trade on here involves one Jason Blaze here, and I'm talking about Doc 1620 getting Terry Pearson, and then Jason Blaze receiving 37 in a row. Now, when I looked on this on paper, I was like, Blaze got a great steal here and getting 37 in a row. But then with the whole goofy situation with the whole team with Melo, I don't think Jason Blaze is getting anything on here. I think he's just getting a bag of dicks here. What do you think, Scotty?
I actually, I heard it straight from Goofy's mouth. That was a stupid trade. Sorry to say, but that was a stupid trade. He's got both of those guys, so I don't know, man. That was a dumb trade on your part. Sorry to say that.
And Blaze can't get anybody if 37 gets cold up there, man. Because
see, I like this guy, man. I make the trade, and with 2 hours left until he's official, he fucking says, "Oh, I'm calling him up. You did a stupid trade." How the fuck's that work, man? That's bullshit. That's Goofy just trying to fuck me over. Because to begin with, I backed out of a trade because he was gonna call that guy up, and then I heard he was gonna trade for another one of my defensemen and call that guy up, and then now he called 37 up. I'm like, come on, quit fucking talking to me, man. man.
It don't get any better here for disciples of neckbeards, man.
Oh,
They're going down tonight
hey,
too.
yeah.
The only other trade on there, I know
Hey,
Gino,
neckbeards will rise.
Geno Snipes getting Chronic Crusader. I don't know much about, and then Laker getting Mr. Wookie 13. Two guys in the league that just came into the league, so I don't know much about here. I guess it was a fair trade. We'll see what happens on that. Now, there was a lot of moves in the AHL. We haven't seen a move in the MHL yet, man. Are we in for a big fire sale in the MHL? What do you guys think here? It's week 3 in the MHL. We haven't seen a move yet. It's pretty surprising because usually you see one after the trade, before the season starts, or after week 1. But here, it's been a couple of days already, and there hasn't been any moves. Are we in for a big fire sale here in the MHL? What do you guys think?
Nope.
No. I think I know one person. I'm not going to name names, but I do know one person that wants to get moved. Stellar defenseman, and actually during the draft, everybody, the whole captain situation up there, from what I'm hearing from everybody, is everybody's trying to trape everybody else. So there's a bunch of unfair deals going around. So I mean, the most I could say is I don't know what's going to go on. I mean, all I know is one is the premier defenseman that wants out of his team really bad. That's all I can say. I'm not going to mention any names or start any drama, but that's all I can say.
I think it's going to take one trade, man. Once we see a trade, I think a lot of captains will go in there. We're going to see a lot of trades happening here. Blaze, you say no, man. Why? I think there's going to be a lot of trades. I mean, there's a lot of struggling teams in that MHL. A lot of guys. There was a lot of ringers that were brought to the MHL this season, which ain't working out for some teams. Why wouldn't there be trades, man?
First of all, this season, there's a lot of new captains, first-time captains in the MHL. A lot of new captains to the MHL are captains that haven't captained in a while in the MHL. They either drafted really well or they drafted like shit. Those players that drafted like shit, those captains, are the newer guys. Now, I think they're too scared, shitless, to try not to get traped or be the first one to be traped, that they're not going to trade. I think there will be trades, just not a fire sale. I think there's going to be blockbuster trades, just not random, oh yeah, 2 shitheads for 2 fucking tit shakes or something, There will be trades, they will be stellar and blockbuster, but they will not be fire sales.
Why? Because we don't got Legion as captain this season? Was that a big part last season? What about you,
Buddy? Guys like musical team, fuck, man.
Buddy, do you see a lot of trades coming up here in the MHL? What do you think, man?
Yeah, I think eventually, like you said, once one trade's done, then there's gonna be a bunch more. That's
Okay.
what I think. By the next weekend, there's gonna be probably like 3 or 4 trades.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
Fire sale? Oh, come on.
All right.
More trades than there already is done already.
We'll be back,
That's true.
fellas. We'll wrap things up here. Moose Roundup. Don't go away. All right, Moose fans, about it. That's about does it here for Moose Roundup. Take the panel here, joining us, Moose Roundup. We'll be back again next Sunday, same thing. We'll probably have another more interesting topics go on here at MooseOnIce.com. Blaze, I know you got suspended this week, man. What the hell happened there? Now you're back. You're reinstated. I believe as of today, you're back reinstated. What happened with that suspension, man?
I pretty much called the guy a cunt and told him to shut the fuck up like a mime. So I took 3 days. A lot of people are laughing from my comments, so they're saying it's worth it. Never get suspended because you'll be sitting there Saturday night playing Pokemon on your computer. It's pretty desperate, actually, man.
Oh,
I'm
man.
sorry to say, but don't get suspended.
Oh, God.
Even you, leprechaun.
There we go. Jason Blaze back. You got a series tonight. Now, Blaze, you're playing actually against Buddy H9. Buddy H9 playing here tonight against Jason Blaze in that series. Before we sign things off, is there anything you want to say to Blaze here before the series?
You're going to get lit up in net. We got your number.
Is Blaze playing that tonight?
Hey, how
That's
far
what he told
down?
me.
How far down your throat does dicks go far, man?
Oh,
Do you
man.
have
right here.
dicks going down there in your
All the way
throat?
down.
Because you're gonna be
It's
all the way
deep
down.
throating me tonight, man.
It's a family show
Okay.
here, man. Try to keep it clean. All right, we'll sign out. And Scotty, you got a series tonight, man. You guys off to a great start, man. 7-2. Yourself doing a great job there in the MHL. 10 goals, 13 assists, 23 points so far. All juiced up, the captain there. You guys actually playing against a first-time captain in the MHL in Ice Cream Truck. Both teams off to a good start, man. Good luck tonight, man. Is there anything else you want to say before we sign out?
Hey, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sports Center guys, we need some help. I know Holly could probably more mention this, but our editing crew consists of 2 people. We need to get at least 3 or 4. Come
Yeah.
on, guys, help us out, man.
Yeah, we definitely need the voiceovers, man. We got a voice. Contact me. Because we got videos to roll for that. So we'll see what. Hopefully we'll get the Sports Center in the top 10 this week. They're done pretty much. We just need the voiceovers. So those should be posted shortly on MooseOnIce.com. On behalf of the panel, Jim Flanagan here. Signing out, fellas.
Can you say follow us at MooseOnIce.com?
Follow MooseOnIce.com.
That was close.
Hey, look at Flanny recording this too.
Well, I'm ready.
Yeah, I thought it was like a boom shop thing or something.
This is going under the blooper reel.
It sounded like a sucker.